Hi, I hope you're doing amazingly well. It's great to be talking with you again. So, I wonder if you recognise this scenario. You're talking to your partner and your partner's saying to you, carry on, I'm listening to you. But in fact, what's happening is your partner's sitting there with their mobile phone and they're flicking through Facebook and they're saying, yes, I'm listening, keep talking. And you know fine well that they're not listening well. It's not possible to listen and be distracted by other things. And I see that often in the workplace. So managers who say that they're coaching people, or leaders that say that they're coaching people, business owners that say they're coaching their staff members, any scenario where people are saying they're coaching and they're saying, oh yes, of course I'm listening to my coachee, but they're doing all sorts of other things at the same time. They're looking at their computer and they're checking for alerts. They're, as I say, scrolling through Facebook at the same time. Again, you've seen this. You may not have seen it in the coaching arena, but you'll absolutely have seen it. Sit in any restaurant, any cafe, and watch people talking to one another these days. They're not making eye contact, they're actually looking at phones instead of focusing on the human being who sits in front of them. So if you want to coach well, you need to learn to listen well, and you need to get rid of all sorts of distractions. You need to get rid of the phone for the time period that you're actually going to coach somebody. Really, honestly, you're not going to die if you're disconnected from Facebook for that short period of time. You need to get rid of other distractions too. So distractions from your mind, not thinking about what's going to happen beyond this coaching session, not thinking about what's going to happen or what happened before it. Focus on the person who sits in front of you. And then listening's more than just paying attention to the words that somebody says. When you listen well, you're watching the human being that sits in front of you. You're watching their facial expression. You're watching their body language. You're watching for all sorts of information that tells you where this person's at. I'm not a great believer in the concept that you can always get that right, but the information that people share with their body language does help you generally to track through what responses they're getting to the questions, to the process that they're thinking through, etc. So learn to listen really well. But my biggest tip around that is get rid of the distractions. I don't care what anybody tells you. Nobody can multitask. I don't care if you're a man, a woman, or you don't identify with either gender. You cannot multitask. It's not possible. The brain's serial tasks. It does one thing after another, and therefore it actually does things at a suboptimal level if you're asking it to do multiple things. So the particular one I would like you to think about doing is get rid of all distractions when you're coaching somebody, and watch your partner, watch your friends, look for this and see how you know you're not being listened to. If somebody's scrolling through their phone, if somebody's staring out the window, if somebody's watching other people at the same time as they claim to be listening to you. That's the experience of your coachees if you don't do this well. Speak to you again soon. Cheers.